In this video, we're going to explain how our staking plans within the bot of Back Horse, Back Greyhound and Jockey Trainer, just exactly how they perform their staking plan.
Back Horse bot and our upcoming Jockey Trainer bot in how to use the recovery. So the first thing you'll see will be stop at a profit. What stop at a profit really means is it's equal to target. So on the bot, when you're setting it up, and you see this here, stop at a profit per race, that is our target that we want to win. Every time we have a successful bet, we want to make sure we've got a £1 target, okay? And that little tick next to it just means that once it's got the £1 target, it will continue for the next bet. Okay, so in this case that we're going to go through, the bot is going to try and win us a £1 target. Okay, so if we're using the first fave option, and the first fave is showing £3, the bot will bet 54p to win our target. Why not just 50p, as that would win our target, our $1 target? Well, that's wrong, because what you've got to consider is this bot works on Betfair. So basically what happens, we need to cover our commission in our target. So in this case, as we're betting in the Australian market, we suggest using an 8% commission. In fact, if you're betting Australia and then running it into the UK, best to run an 8% commission. This means that the bot will be allowing for the 8% commission when it tries to get its target. Okay, so as you can see, so we lose that bet. So what happens now after a losing bet? You know what happens in a winning bet, we'd win our £1 target. But in a losing bet, if we have more than one tab enabled, now what do we mean by one tab? The tabs at the top of the bot, as you can see there I've circled, they are actually our staking tabs, and there's 1 to 20. But for this example, just say we're using 3 tabs that are enabled. Well, what would happen in that case is the loss of 54p would be split amongst the enabled tabs. So in this case we're using, so we have the 3 tabs enabled. So this means basically that 3 divided by the 54p we've lost, 18p approximately, would be put into each of those losing tabs, each of those enabled tabs, so that we're not all trying to recover all the loss in one bet. Now if we only had one tab enabled, this would be the case. The loss of 54p would go into tab 1, then our new target, if we were only using one tab. But in this example, I want to use 3 just to show you how it exactly works. So basically after a losing bet, this is how the bot would see it. The target plus the losing carryover, which for this tab would be 18p. So the new target would be £1 plus the 18p. So we're looking at £1.18 is what our new target would be. Now if we had the delta box ticked, this is it down here, profit delta, and say we had 10p in there, the delta box in use would kick in. So as we said, we had 10p there as our profit delta. The target would now look like this. The target of £1, the loss that we had carried over of 18p, a third of the loss, and the profit delta, in this case, is at 10p. So our new target for this new bet would be £1.28. That's what the bot would try and win on this bet. And then the process, if it wins, obviously that tab gets cleared, so it's not carrying any losses, and then we would start again on a new £1 tab. If the bet lost, well, then it just repeats the process that I've just told you. So that is how the the recovery staking works. Just while I'm talking on the recovery staking in the bot, we'll just look at one other thing that I get a few emails on, is to stop at a profit each tab. Now if you have it ticked here, if you have it ticked there, it doesn't matter really what figure you put in there, because the bot, as soon as it reaches a profit, it would automatically, because it's ticked, restart again. So basically, if you wanted to stop a tab, and in this case we're using 3 tabs, if you wanted to stop the tab at say £10 profit, and you didn't want to bet any more on that tab, you would untick it. And the same for show stop profit on all tabs. This figure means if all the tabs, which we're running 3, add up to say, for this example on here, 5, then the bot would stop betting altogether because it's reached its profit of 5 for the day if it was unticked. But having it ticked means that it just continues betting again, starts again. Okay, the other thing, but we recommend, that you have them all 3 ticked. The other thing here is obviously we've now got level staking. So if you tick level staking and that amount that you put in there, so you put £1 in, it just means that the bot will bet £1 every time a selection is qualified. It will bet £1. Now the next one, the stop loss and staking there really works, is associated to the stop loss, the stop of the profit, the recovery program. So basically we say here, in this case, stop loss staking each tab, we've got 10. But if you're using a £1 stake, you'd want to set that loss at 100. That just gives it a chance to work through. So, and having it ticked continue and restart, as you see there, it means if that stop loss gets breached, then it will restart again at trying to get £1. It won't try and recover anymore, it will restart. If you have the middle one ticked here, which we don't suggest you do, it would keep on going and disregard whatever stop loss figure you've got in there. So we don't recommend you do that one. Don't continue means if you breach your stop loss for that tab and you've got don't continue, the bot will not bet that tab anymore, and that tab will not take any more bets until such time as you reset it. Okay, so that's how the recovery and the flat level staking works for this bot. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.